Mm. What's up, everybody? Thanks so much for being back here. We are here for some NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying. We're here at the Pocono Raceway. We just had NASCAR Xfinity Series practice and qualifying where Chase Elliott, who will be here for this race as well, doing double duty, will be here for this one too. So, Group 1, Group 2, practices 1, practices 2 for both teams will be on our channel here today. We're going to be bringing you live coverage of their race tomorrow as well. So that's going to be a good time. But we thank you guys for being here as well. But I know kind of a little behind this weekend. The streams are not normally, they're normally up by last night, but it's been one of those weekends. So we appreciate you hanging out. We appreciate you being here. And this is the very last practice on Amazon Prime. So For the ones that can't watch it, you'll get it back on TNT starting next week in Atlanta. We'll be in Atlanta as well. And thank you, Richard, for hitting that. Dana as well. Gerald, hello. Liam, Bronny, what's up, everybody? Georgia fan, hello, 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 hello. So we're going to get to it here in just a second. Group 1, and we'll read off the drivers' names here in just a second. So let's go over to the main page. And let's see who we got. We got Larson. We got Denny Hamlin, Riley Herbst, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, Carson Hocevar, Justin Haley, Brad Keselowski, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Zane Smith, Todd Gilliland, Noah Gragson, Eric Jones, Ricky Stenhouse, and Cody Ware are your drivers in Group 1 here. And we'll see how that goes.
Welcome back to Pocono. Group 1 is entering the racetrack right now. 25 minutes of practice for this group of cars. Todd, who is in this first group that's taking to the track as we speak? 19 cars taking the track, led by Denny Hamlin, who
hey, welcome back, Denny Hamlin.
To take care of Jordan and the new son, Jameson. Understand that situation.
That's all good, Steven. What's up, man?
Logano, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez is in this group.
Thanks for subbing there.
Speed at times, Josh
Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights, back subscribing. Thanks, buddy.
Justin Haley,
hey, look at that. One more to go.
As Jason Toy talked about.
One more to go. Look at that.
Carson Hocevar should be a fast car. Riley Herbst, Noah Gragson, Kyle Busch, Zane Smith, Ty Dillon, Cody Ware.
Well, thanks, Daniel Berry, for subscribing again, buddy. Appreciate it.
The two groups in a moment, but I wanted to ask you.
And this is on the Amazon. What's up, Lizard King from New Zealand, checking in at 4:30 a.m. Wow, thank you much, buddy. I appreciate that. SPG is not in this group. He's in Group 2.
Are the same. So, what do you want out of your race car?
Thank you, Daniel Berry. Sports Highlights again.
Inspection there.
Glad to see Denny Hamlin back. Yeah, me too.
What the tire change is, whether we've had. They want to see.
Look at Riley Herbst.
Where is we saw guys last year take 2 tires as the last stop. You want to know where you can be on tire wear. You want to see what the lap time looks like. Everybody talked about the pace that adding a little softer tire might make the pace faster. Figuring out what happens, and you're trying to understand what the winner up here did to the bumps in the tunnel turn. That's one that you can't really simulate until your drivers give you feedback. We've had a lot of conversation this week about the bumps in the tunnel turn. That's turn 2. That's the top of the triangle here at Pocono. Every time we come back with the freeze and the thaw from winter to summer, it has a tendency to make those bumps more pronounced and even create new ones. So how do you go about getting... You don't necessarily want to be comfortable, because if you're comfortable, you may be giving up speed. So what do you do over there? As we talked with Brian Blaney there.
You still feel bitter about last week?
1 and 3, and you figure out how
it's over with. Water under the bridge, man.
It's substantial. Hey,
water under the bridge. Move on.
Yes. There are actually a couple of dips over there.
There it is. Look at that. 33,500. Thank you, guys. You're awesome. Appreciate it.
Into the stops across that bump. And that's one that
button engaged.
If you can't drive through it, you'll come back and work on it. You'll talk to your driver and adjust your rear heights accordingly.
Must be one of those weekends nobody likes Pocono.
19 cars are on the racetrack right now. Daniel Suarez has just set the fastest lap.
The guy in 30th in points, obviously shouldn't feel playoff worthy.
68.505 miles an hour.
He, I mean, same with Harrison Burton. Then you have to be mad at Harrison Burton as well for getting in the playoffs last year too.
Hendrick Motorsports goes third, with Denny Hamlin rounding out the top 5. I imagine long-term or long runs are key in this practice session, because at Pocono, while we do have these sporadic caution flags, we also have long green flag runs here. You can end up having 60-lap green flag runs.
Up to 54. Looked good last week, Wendy, right? And then the track got him, man. Thank you so much, Liam. Appreciate it.
But it's this is one that you have to understand where the balance your race car goes as the tires get warmer, as you get laps into this run. It's very important to see what you can do in a while. Watching Kyle Busch coming out of turn number 3 right now. He'll come across the line. We'll see where Kyle stacks up. He is 10th overall. You know, Todd, that's a very interesting situation with Kyle Busch, Richard Childress Racing. They will have moments to where they look like they have a lot of good speed in the car. If they do, things will bite them one way or another. But the A team, Kyle Busch's team.
Suarez, Larson, Jones, Hocevar.
and down. They can't get that plane of consistency to maintain itself. I keep waiting for it to come. I feel like it's on the horizon, and I feel like, as you talk about the highs that they've had, have shown glimpses that it's coming. They've made changes the offseason, I think really good ones. Johnny Klotzmeyer coming over, Boswell coming over to the 3 car. They've had good kind of additions to the program. They've had glimpses of being in the hunt. They've been in the hunt.
Oh, we got a wreck. Cody Ware.
It's just
Cody Ware wrecks.
Weekend together.
We got a red caution flag. Good old Cody Ware. It's because you don't have those gold wheels, Cody Ware.
That, they're way out to lunch.
Cody Ware.
Tenths here, a couple tenths there. I mean, something you can't even blink your.
Of course, it's Cody Ware.
You see the speed?
Turn 3 got Cody Ware.
They're out there and then they have a tire failure. They have a mistake where they have a situation happen. It's just not been one that they've had the opportunity to kind of sort everything and put it all together. Cody Ware has a problem. Matter of fact, Cody Ware just backed his car into the outside wall. The red flag is out, and there's a lot of damage on that Ford Mustang. Cody getting crossed up over in turn number 3. He's able to limp the car.
He hit the wall.
Cody Ware will put us under the red flag here.
Yeah, he hit the wall.
First one out. Obviously, that's
hit the wall. Yeah, he did. He just lose it. Yeah.
Looks like it may be a backup car in waiting right now. He is able to drive it, but
and then he banged the wall. The right rear hit the wall.
Over there once he gets that thing backed into his pit stall. Yeah, it definitely looks like the left rear is punched forward. The bumper cover's pushed in a fair amount. I don't know. It depends on where it ends up. Whether it's just in the bumper cover that they can get to in the bumper cover and the bumper structure.
That race team must have a lot of money because those cars stink.
Just looks like he spun out middle of the corner and backed it up in. I don't know that that's quite a backup car yet. No?
Crashy Ware. Corkstar, I like that. Crashy Ware, like Wrecky. We got Crashy Ware.
The back end stepped out from underneath him, and then he backed it in. Looked like he had it saved, and then it gripped, and then he just backed it straight in the wall. Very reminiscent of like Kurt Busch's crash here a few years ago when he lost control of the car.
That like for us, trying to get to 100 likes. We'll see if we get it this one.
That has the least amount of
weird.
6 degrees by the
likes are weird today.
Really nothing to slow the car down once you change directions.
You miss Haley in that 51.
Speed post, you got more down there?
Yeah, I'm down here, and they just asked Cody to get out of the race car, and standing here looking at it.
What's up, Ira Geek? Good to see you, bud.
I'm kind of with you, Todd. We'll have to see what the assessment is. They told Cody, get out of the car. We're going to take it back to the garage and just take a good look at it. And when we say take a good look at it, we can see the bumper cover is crushed in. We can see the left rear fender is tore up on the car. Even the trunk deck is tore up. But when I take a closer look, let's take a look at the moving parts and pieces. What has happened down underneath it with the underbody of the car? What has happened to the frame? And they're going to take it back and take a look at it. But Cody Ware's climbing out of this race car down here now after getting into the fence in this Ford Mustang here in this practice session.
Yeah, as you look at it, this is one of those.
What's up, Kenneth Clark? Big Wade. What's up, man?
All the places that the reliefs are in the rear clip to soften these cars.
Hammer, good to see you too.
They've got for bolt-on parts that they can replace, or whether they've actually got to get to a rear clip, which would probably put them to a backup car. So that is a definite pivot that obviously they were coming in trying to get their car set up. And then now they got to go back to the garage in damage repair. That's one thing that has always amazed me. You've been down there. You've done this before. You're going down one path, and all of a sudden you get that aha moment, and then all of a sudden you got to hang a right. You got to go to plan B, plan C. Now, when you go to something like that, you obviously want as much track time as possible. I would imagine their track time is done. They won't be able to get back. They're done for the day. Yeah, they're done for the day. And you can work forward from here, but you did get 4 or 5 laps, so you at least understand where the travels are, what the balance of your race car was. You've got enough information. It's going to be a thrash. They're going to have to work on what they can repair on it, and if they can run this car. You kind of want to continue to run this car because you know this car. You know where.
Lisa, hello, welcome in. Had a hard time getting here. What happened?
Practice and pole qualifying from Pocono Raceway, brought to you on MRN by E3 Spark Plugs.
What happened? Why was it a hard time getting here? I still forget Haley's incredible 2024 run at New Hampshire, where he ran to the top 10, sometimes top 5 in Rick Ware racing car, and then they went to Corey LaJoy. Oh man! So why was it a hard time getting here, Lisa? Could you not find us? What was going on with all that? You're welcome. You're quite welcome. Be at Dover too. Hope I've always wanted to go to Dover. Hammer. My grandmother used to live in Dover a long time ago, and we drove past that thing I don't know how many times, but long time ago. What let me onto the site? Interesting. I don't know. YouTube's weird. YouTube is weird. I've noticed that. Where you can't hit the button. Like, that's weird.
Be
I appreciate you being here. How's Alex Bowman qualifying? I haven't qualified yet, and he's in Group 2.
this year, and just winning.
He's in Group 2.
Dominating, really dominant run in Texas. Came up with some laps.
Chris says, "What up, CeeLo? Long time no see. Good to see you, Chris. Appreciate you."
Speed week in and week out. Really kind of fun to watch this pairing mature. Miles Stanley being my former engineer, I have a lot of. I'm rooting for him a fair amount.
So, what does a lead engineer do? You obviously are sitting there and you're calling strategy, you're leading the team. What is the role of that lead engineer? What all goes into that function?
He's kind of he's your vice president, you know, as you look at it. He's the sounding board for everything. We would talk our way through everything race car wise, how we come to the racetrack, how we set our cars up, communicating with the car chief about set up and pull down equipment, really working.
Good deal. Plus, I'm playing a round of golf at the Air Force Base across the track. Nice.
Ran most of the simulation, but you're guiding that second engineer, the other engineer, in the path you've got. Really
missed everything last night.
Down to the strategy. So
it was kind of a boring race. Wake up! I'm awake.
They fall in that group as well.
I was texting.
A lead engineer
I was texting.
Transition to the crew chief role because
that's awesome. I was stationed there back in '97.
There's no,
15 minutes left in this first practice.
The lead, and you have to learn how to work through personalities while at the same time managing the performance of a race car.
Yeah, it's definitely a different role, and you get to the point where you're a people manager and not a doer, and that's getting to the point where you bring those people around you into it. It's interesting. I've had good conversations with Miles about some of the places now he's on the other side of the thing and having to understand a little better how that interaction worked and works forward. But he's one that will do really well. Came from competition sports through high school and into college, and he has that mindset.
Josh Berry has a little work to do. 18.
Eric Jones.
That have gone out so
8 top 10 finishes in 13 starts. He's really figuring it out. 5 top 5 finishes, the most at the track here at Pocono.
Like Cal Stewart sitting here watching him, one of the engineers here for
Eric Jones, 3rd fastest. Could he pull off a surprise win here?
Hanging around their belt, talking between themselves and the crew back in the war room back in North Carolina.
Thanks for the subs, y'all. I appreciate it today. Thank you so much. I needed this.
Loose on both ends of the corner at 1 and 3. 2 pretty much just trying to get the right mindset for that bump that they're anticipating there that they've gone through so far. They came in, made an adjustment on the suspension of the left.
Yeah, those big planes there in Dover are awesome.
Tightened up here a little bit.
Eric Jones, 7th in Nashville, 11th in Michigan, and 17th. So 3 top 20 finishes for Eric Jones. He's really getting it here.
Use technology on it.
Could be a possibility. He could do really well next week, too.
With his laminated plate chart.
I put all my money down on the NASCAR.
Jason used to
the luck is running wild.
Ride height. How do you manage it? What is it? And then how do you manage it?
So all 4 corners of the springs of these cars.
Did he? Yeah.
Is to how high.
That's a good pick. That should have been my dark horse, Eric Jones.
Static height. So you can adjust the heights of the car and come lower.
Eric Jones should have been my dark horse.
Beat the car. There's 6 of them, I think, under the car that are in use that you can end up hitting and contacting if you get too low. And the shocks themselves will bottom out. And NASCAR has a minimum length for the shock bottoming out, in the rear especially. Actually, all 4 of them do, but the rears are the ones we pay attention to the most because of the diffuser back there. You, as a crew chief and an engineer, you want to put the car as low as possible. If you could ride around this racetrack on the rub box and on the internal shock stops, that's where you're going to make the most downforce. You just can't get through the tunnel bumps that way. So you adjust the heights of the car.
Jones been racing like he wants to keep his job. Exactly.
And you adjust the height of the car so that you only...
Rowdy with a big jump, your new 3rd place in practice. Rowdy, let me see those 8s. If you're a big 8s fan, you want Rowdy here. Let me see your 8s.
Cars go through technical inspection at inspection heights. So they're actually, the shocks and springs are not installed in these cars. There are struts, adjustable length struts that replace the shocks and springs to go through technical inspection so that you can hold the car at an attitude that the height sticks that measure that And that way they can see all the alignment restrictions that they have are at a known piece and not.
Someone else needs to drive the 51.
Right into the race cars.
Kyle Larson is up to the top of the leaderboard, 53.405.
Bad Brad.
168.524 miles an hour. Daniel Suarez is second. Kyle Busch has jumped up to third. Eric Jones is fourth. Carson Hocevar is fifth. You got Justin Haley right there in sixth. Brad Keselowski is seventh.
Yes, they are.
Eighth. Riley Herbst is
Not qualifying, though.
Is 10th.
Not qualifying. They're just showing practice.
Top of the leaderboard with a 53.264.
I think. I don't know.
It's a team that is in dire need of something good. We've been watching and following along.
Yeah, just practice.
It's a situation there where on a weekend where they take 2 steps forward, maybe 3 steps forward, the following weekend they get knocked 2, 4, or 8 steps backwards. That's an up and down situation.
You talk a little bit about the Kyle Busch situation where we feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel at times. I feel like this is an
Logano always lays back.
With Brad Keselowski. He and Jeremy Bullins, they were really good when they were paired back
I
together.
really think the lawsuit has a lot to do with it.
Championship at Phoenix. I know they believe in each other. They've had good runs. Sometimes they're because they're being aggressive on tires and pieces like that, but they've had glimpses of.
Or he's just struggling.
It just seems like they haven't been able to put.
Bad Brad.
But I wouldn't put it past Brad to put together a Pocono run and put himself in a great spot.
Brad is in a must-win situation. He is 140 points below the cut line as we are now 10 races before the playoffs begin.
Playoffs?
This is the Motor.
All right. Thanks so much for hanging with us today. We appreciate you. I know most of y'all are over there on the Amazon Prime YouTube channel. But we'll have qualifying here for you guys after they go off the air. So we'll get some more folks in here. But thank you guys for the ones that are here watching along. We thank you for being here and hitting that like for us. We're trying to get to 100 likes before qualifying is up or ready to go. That would be awesome if we could have 100 likes before qualifying starts. That is our goal. But make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as we just went over 33,005. We're 499 subs away from 34,000 subscribers. I wonder we'll drive the 6 when Brad hangs it up. No telling. Maybe Ryan Preece maybe moves over to that 6, or not sure. This should be interesting to see what happens with that. Maybe does Buescher stay in the move over to the 6? I don't know. Maybe Rowdy moves over to the 6. Who knows what'll happen? But there is Daniel Suarez, third fastest after having a great time at his home track in Mexico last weekend. On Sunday, I mean, I think he led for just a little bit on Sunday, but it was an SVG show. But I'd like to see what SVG can turn it around here in this qualifying or this practice run to see what he can do, considering how crazy he dominated last week. So I wonder, let's see what happens on that. Hammer says, plus getting that dang grocery bag stuck in his engine. Hammer says, I didn't hear about that. What happened with that? I didn't hear about that. You still feel bitter about it? I know. It's okay. It's all right, though. You guys all have your right to be upset about drivers winning or losing or whatever like that, too, as well. Coming up on the channel after qualifying here, probably around 2 p.m. Central, we will have pre-race ceremonies for the Explore the Pocono Mountains 250. Today, we'll bring you flag-to-flag coverage of that, and that will conclude our racing for the day. And then we'll be back tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow. And then next weekend after that, we will be in Atlanta. And then I think the following weekend is... Let's see. The following weekend is Chicago? Let me look here. Let me take a look. So we're going to be in Atlanta next weekend. Schedule. They're Echo Park. Okay, Echo Park Speedway, not the Atlanta Super Speedway. And then the Chicago Street Race is July 6th. So we'll be back for that. And then the Sonoma Raceway. And then we'll be back for Dover. I'll be on a cruise during the week, but we'll be back for the Dover Motor Speedway, and then Indianapolis on July 27th, and then Iowa. So we got a lot going on. So lots of races coming up very soon. So thank you guys for always being here with us. We appreciate you. What's up, Jake? Good to see you as well. I heard something about Ryan Newman's daughter wants to get into racing. If that happens, I think he nickname should be Rocket Queen. Rocket Queen, yeah, the Rocket with Ryan Newman. I haven't heard that. That's interesting though. I haven't heard that.
Yeah. And right now on the racetrack, he has just exited the racetrack, coming back to pit road, and watching that team perhaps maybe give a little once over. Mike Kelly and that Hayek Motorsports team.
So Brendan Poole there, 19th fastest, Shark Blood, 18th.
Brett Keselowski here in Group 1. Larson, Suarez, Kyle Busch, and Eric Jones. Let's talk a little bit about Legacy Motor Club. You know, they started the season with a lot of personnel overhaul.
You're going to the Richmond race? Nice.
Johnson is very serious about this. Putting new people.
That's another track I'd like to go to. I always wanted to go to Richmond. Me too, NASCAR.
Legacy Motor Club. That would be
always wanted to go there too.
Jones's efforts right now. I think they're doing a good job of it. And I think I don't want to say as much an overhaul as an addition. It really, when they got to this point, and Jimmy's got a little more controlling interest in the program now, and they've gotten to the point. They got the Toyota support last year as a factory team. There was a lot of development to happen on that side.
I saw Indy at Richmond, but never at NASCAR. Man, I bet that was something to watch. Indy at Richmond. God, how fast were they going?
Place they added more people. Chad Johnston came over here. Brian Campy came over here.
Those things fly.
Start to digest and develop the Toyota tools.
Bad Brad still on top.
Putting
good to see that.
Chuck's had several good runs, and they're both.
I've never been Kenneth Clark. I want to go.
Up the points. Steve Post.
And I agree with you.
Miss Tom, what's going on? Good to see you. 5 minutes left in this first practice. 5 minutes.
Got Nemechek will count on the second throw. Eric has reported overall the car is just a little bit free. When the caution came up for Cody Ware,
I know, right?
Adjusted the race.
That would be crazy to watch.
Yet in a couple of laps they've been out there, so a little bit free for Eric Jones, but this is a team that is certainly pointed in a good direction.
About 5 more laps, we'll look at lap averages.
Eric Jones and John Hunter.
Hit that like, trying to get to 60 likes.
Stretch coming up here on the tour.
Crew Chief, a little free at Pocono. What do you think? Yeah, I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it. In fact, especially when I can
right
here in practice.
These two, they only do like 2 or 3 ovals now. I watched them at the St. Louis track.
And then the
Worldwide Technology, that was crazy to watch.
Whether it's rearward biased or whether it moves forward. Most of it's in the rear, but if you get the splitter down a little bit lower, it moves farther forward. It makes less downforce. I can tune on some heights to work on.
You've never been to Richmond? That's where I live. I'm 5 minutes from the track. Awesome, Wade. No, I've never been. I've been to Richmond, but I've never been to the track.
Yeah, if you're running a dirty area.
You want to see Indy cars on Bristol? Wow, that would be a crazy.
But I also
I'll do it when they post them, Kenneth.
Myself up front, so I know where I can adjust on that to get a little more better balance. Less than 5 minutes to go here for
you. Sell your kidney.
We'll take a little bit of a pause. We'll bring Group 2 onto the racetrack, and then when that's done, we'll take a little bit more of a break. And then we're going to turn everybody loose. The interesting thing about qualifying here at Pocono, this is something that's changed in the last handful of years or so. It used to be they would send one car at a time around this mammoth racetrack, but now we'll have 2 cars on track at the same time as one is buttoning up their run, the other is beginning, and that's to expedite the process. Qualifying at Pocono was almost like
saw some teams make you buy something before you can get autographs now. Yeah. At the haulers, yes. Jake, that's true.
Yes,
that is true, Jake.
Watching paint dry to watching paint lay, right?
You gotta buy like $50 worth of stuff. But I mean, when the shirts are $48, hats are like $38. You know,
maybe we'll see.
You're gonna spend $50. But yes, at the haulers, yes. If you want to get autographs at the haulers, you have to buy something, or you get a wristband, and you have to stand in line for that.
Doesn't affect either one of them. Really lets this roll through. When you get to see these guys,
but in the pits, you just got to be at the right place at the right time, and
it takes full commitment.
You got to walk with them. You got to intercept them and walk with them.
Right now, on the racetrack, watching Joey Logano.
You're going to be at the Arlington Grand Prix. Nice.
Logano is about to lane off the bottom of the racetrack, and Larson looking lower right now.
Make sure you're hitting that like for us, trying to get to 50 likes. 50 likes.
And it looks like that Larson's trying to do a little drafting right now.
Arca Menard series? Wow, that's crazy, Betty.
It's going to have in dirty air, and you've got some information.
Keselowski, Larson, Suarez.
That's good for him. And also,
Thank you, Charles, for subbing. We appreciate you, Charles.
trying to get Joey here, I needed this.
Thanks, Charles.
It's just data you can get for later in the race and see where you can go.
2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in Group 1. A driver that's watching all of this unfold, getting ready to go in Group 2.
India Dega is crazy. That would be crazy.
Denny Hamlin has been out there. He's been out there. Denny's been out there about
Denny P9.
You are jump behind the wheel.
A couple more laps. We'll look at lap averages.
See kind of what guys are doing. You know, we are in a different tire, so trying to see what the fall off's like. Denny actually missed ring. I think it's
Tom says good to know.
To see kind of what he did different on that lap versus maybe some of the ones around it. Just trying to, there's a lot of time you can gain or lose at this place just with little tendencies. So just trying to see what I can pick up on. You know, there's a couple guys doing some things different that have to shoot speed. So hopefully I can do everything right on my end, our Bass Pro Shops Toyota, and I know our car should be pretty good. This stuff's always been really good here, so hopefully back up.
You know, we always hear about the tunnel turn. So far, what have you seen? What have you heard on the radio about?
And it looks rougher to me, and then I mean it's like that every year. Every time we come here, it seems like it just keeps getting rougher and rougher. And watching some of the video stuff, it definitely looks rougher. So I know Denny said that it was the roughest ride he's had here. Like it's up here as far as the next chip car. So yeah, I'm curious just to see what that feels like in a JGR car. I know what that.
SB, she should get Dale Jr. to crew chief.
So, yeah, I'll find out if
Should be interesting to see how he does today.
He's talking about 7-time winner Denny Hamlin here at Pocono, saying it's the roughest that he's ever had since he's been racing here.
Denny Hamlin, welcome back.
We'll be on the track here in about 5 or 6 minutes. We've got about 30 seconds to go in.
So it's about 21 seconds behind.
Station identify.
All right, so we are end of practice for Group A, and this is how it flows here. Your fastest was Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Carson Hocevar, Justin Haley, Noah Gragson, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Riley Herbst, Todd Gilliland, Austin Dillon, Zane Smith, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looking for Carson Hocevar. I like how they had both of them on the track at the same time. Cody Ware, Ty Dillon, Josh Berry, Brennan Poole running double duty this weekend, and then Austin Cindric. I guess he's going next time. So there is your list for the fastest. And we're trying to get to 50 likes. If you haven't hit that yet, 50 likes. Quit cussing, Denny Hamlin. I will just try another to get autographs on pit road. Right, that's right, Jake. You just got to intercept and just be there at the right time. You gotta actually kind of like figure out, okay, they're coming from this way, or I'll hit them when they're coming from this way, or and you can see how we did it in some of our vlogs, but you just have to be there at the right place at the right time to get those things. And you gotta, like I said, you gotta walk with them. You gotta walk with them because they're out there working. Everybody that's back there behind the pits, it's not a fun and games. You got all the people that are there watching the race having fun, but they're working and we're in their way. So you got to be out of their way and figure out how to get near them to get an autograph, because you got to move. So, but you'll figure it out. We'll teach you. We'll teach you, Jake. So, appreciate you hanging out. We are in Group B now. Group B, and if you'd like to watch this, I am not going to hide things from you guys. If you want to go to the Amazon Prime YouTube channel, they are showing it for free. They will be showing this practice for free, but then qualifying, they will go off the air. So Group B is our next session here, and then hopefully they'll update this here. And they haven't updated it yet. So let's look at the lap averages. I might as well look at that during this little break right here. Noah Gragson fastest here in overall. And let's look at 5-lap average. Of course, everybody did about 20 laps. They didn't get into the 30-lap average, but Keselowski there with 5-lap average, Larson and Gragson, and then Gragson with a 10-lap average with Eric Jones, and then look at Denny Hamlin there. And let's see, about 15 laps. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, and Noah Gragson. So Denny Hamlin a little faster on the longer run. Anybody do the 20? No. So Denny Hamlin fastest on the little longer run with first Logano there, the Ford, and a Graxton. So a little more Fords action with Todd Gilliland and Brad Keselowski on those long runs. So we'll see what goes. We'll see how this goes here. Noah can show up on Saturdays, but never on Sundays, he says. Practice. Okay. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We're on Amazon Prime for the very last time. As Kurt Busch is in the booth for Amazon Prime. We got Carl Edwards as well, Corey LaJoy out there. So I've never been to Pocono. It looks breezy too. It looks actually nice and cool up there for these race fans.
Dylan 17th, Josh Berry 18th, and Brennan Poole.
No 11 hat today. See, no.
Team drivers.
I don't
stick out one over the other.
I had that one hat, but I don't know where it happened to it. And I don't like any of the new Denny hats, but they told me that by Atlanta we might have some new stuff. So I'll take a look. This place must give nightmares for Kurt. This is the track that ended his career.
I'm sure they'll have that thing too.
Maybe that's why he's there.
And we documented, but Josh Berry in the garage working on the diffuser.
Yeah, they're working on that. They will probably
no cussing.
Well, definitely, obviously, not going to get the rest of the practice time in because their part of the session ended.
I don't think that they can go through inspection at this point and make it out for qualifying. So I would think that they're giving up that, but I wouldn't rule that out.
And that's a head scratcher right there. Wasn't expecting that out of Josh Berry and that Wood Brothers team.
Yeah, one of those things. I don't know what they ran over or what happened there. We'll try to get a little more out of that and figure out where that was going.
Of course, when we button up practice, it'll be on to qualifying. Everybody gets a lap. Once qualifying is done,
oh, it actually says Kurt
today to the NASCAR Experience.
as Kurt on the start finish line.
50
Bernie.
And joining us in the booth, that'll be Joey Logano. You and Joey obviously winning together 22 times, 17 poles, a championship together, and the defending NASCAR Cup Series champion will join us up here in the tower. So
he's the Grand Marshal. Oh, okay, cool.
Joey up here once his qualifying duty.
There's some
wrapped up. Let's get the
big news that's going to come out about Bubba Wallace and 23 team. I promised my son I would not tell, and that's why I will say. All right, part-time driver. We'll see what happens.
Man, we put down a couple really good laps, and
we'll remember that part-time driver. Like, remember that guy.
And full at the same time, but
thanks for giving us a little tease there.
As far as the bumps over there.
yeah, I guess the cars in general are just really rough. And
I snuck in the middle of the night and stole it, CeeLo. Did you?
feel
It's gone.
And, so far, our number 6 build submarines Ford Mustang is doing well.
Here we go. That's Brad Keselowski going to go back under the pit box here, talk to crew chief Jeremy Bullins as they work on a qualifying strategy here today.
I like that. Make it hard. It's supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
He embraces the challenge.
I do. And Brad's one that will elevate.
Oh, yeah, Miss Tom's interested now. Miss Tom's a Bubba fan.
My crew chief here. Brad came here after really hurting his ankles and rode Atlanta in a test deal. Came here and won the race. So he's up to the challenge.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, bud.
More times than not, if nothing else happens, he'll take you to victory lane and see if that happens tomorrow. From Pocono Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network.
6 more likes. 6 more likes of 50. As we're trying to get to 100 likes before qualifying is over. Or before qualifying is over. You can watch this on Amazon Prime's YouTube channel as they're having practice as they have been the last month. Next week, practice will be on TNT. But thank you guys so much for subbing. We appreciate you. We're climbing. We're climbing. I'm almost over the. I'm almost done with these. Keeps me awake until I hit the sugar crash. 45 likes, 5 more to 50. We'll go with increments of 10. That damn hat. That's right.
This has concluded. Now, everybody in Group 2 getting settled into their race cars, getting buckled in, and getting ready for their 25 minutes of practice. Todd, who are the drivers that are going to be in Group 2 here?
Thank God it's back on TV. Yep, TNT.
First on this list, Cole Custer off of an 8th place finish last
What
week.
or where can you get on TNT? I know YouTube TV has it. Comcast has it.
Ryan Blaney is in
Fubo has it.
John Hunter Nemechek, Shane Van Gisbergen, last week's winner, is in Group 2. Michael McDowell, Chase Briscoe.
I heard a rumor Bubba is
Chase Elliott and Chris.
Really? I don't know. We'll see.
And seeing what kind of speed they have in there.
Really? What are they saying?
Obviously sitting third on the playoff grid. He's got 16 playoff points to their credit. Joe Gibbs Racing, Toyota seems to run well here.
What are they saying? I don't see it.
You know, as we've gotten into the middle.
No, she's not going. She's not going. Yes, you can watch the Dylan Atlanta race will be on TNT. Yes.
Necessarily a malaise, but they're in that part of the season where they got the heavy lifting out of the way and they're looking to get more.
You're welcome, Rob.
Everybody expects you to keep winning 3 in a row.
Yes, sir. We always treat our friends that come in here and hang out with us with being nice.
But I would look for them to be competitive today and see what they can.
Oh wow, someone's actually saying that they're not having them removed.
As we heard from Chase,
that's crazy.
Looking over Denny Hamlin's data, see what Adam Stevens has done with that and what they can do with that 20 car.
The impressive thing what Adam and Christopher have done on that car.
Well, they also got to see what's happening with 2311. Also with Tyler Reddick's contract. Tyler Reddick's contract, he has it in his contract that he must have a charter agreement. And 2311 at this time does not have a charter agreement. So, this whole thing could fall apart.
Are obviously a fast team, and they will be
especially if Tyler Reddick leaves and Bubba retires.
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy to see.
On talent in the garage. He's one of those guys, and Adam Stevens, 2-time champion already. I think he's got another one.
He's happy, and Miss Thompson, and he's my driver.
Right. Just looking at all the others.
Don't get Miss Tom all fired up.
You'll start on the pole in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race.
Trying to get the 50 likes. Help us out with those likes.
We're still waiting for that first win with Chase Elliott, Alan Gustafson, and at number 9, Hendrick Motorsports.
Where's Joey? I think he's in the next one here. Oh, Logano was 10th fastest.
Consistency.
10th fastest.
Win 1 of 2025.
Yeah, you look at it, and everybody wants
nobody yet
up in arms about it. They're consistently good. They just haven't had that great moment this year. But their average finishes are really good. They are in the hunt.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. Reddick deserves to spiral down the toilet after what he did to Childress.
Win before the playoffs start, but I would say
it's funny us NASCAR fans hold grudges
for the championship,
right?
Yeah,
we hold grudges.
There might be a couple spots.
I have some.
I think we've got talent.
I totally get that too. NASCAR, I totally get it.
Yeah, one of those situations, you look at it, you've got to figure out how to get yourself there, but they're not far off. They're 4th in points. Let's keep that in mind. They're 4th in points and really in a great position. They could point their way in, but they've got to find their way to victory lane. I know Alan Gustafson can get them there.
Group 2 is coming up from Pocono Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
All right, Group 2 coming up here for the practice, and they haven't updated it yet, but the boys are rolling on the track. Let's see if NASCAR has updated the practice yet. Yes, they have. So here is your Group 2, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Bubba Wallace, Willie B, Cole Custer, Chase Briscoe, John Hunter Nemechek, SVG, Ryan Blaney, Ty Gibbs, Chris Buescher, and Ryan Preece are your Group 2 drivers here. So we thank you for being here as we're in Group 2, Group B, or Group A, whatever you want to call them. Group 2 drivers for 25 minutes. As you must know, a pyramid scheme usually involves 3 things: the victim, money, and the scam. That's right, JC. Oh boy, NASCAR buddy, if it is not for mental health, that's a different story. There's a lot of stuff going down, y'all. Lots of people have problems that you don't even know, and that's the issue. Lots of people have problems that you have no clue what they're going through, and they look normal on the outside, they talk to you normal on the outside, but inside you have no clue what's going on with their heads. So always say our prayers for people like that, and always praying for people that are barely making it. And they're interviewing Shark Blood on Amazon Prime. My goal is to get to Shark Blood on Tuesday or on in Atlanta, and I want to tell him that we call him Shark Blood. I want to see his reaction. He's probably gonna think, "Man, what's wrong with you, dude?" But I'm gonna tell him. Does maybe we say, "Hey, I'm Shark Blood." That would be pretty funny. Or at least get an autograph with Barry. I didn't see him at all in Nashville, at all. I didn't see him at all in Nashville. Saw a lot of drivers, but I did not see Josh Berry much. I saw him drive by in the car during qualifying, but I didn't see him after that. After his win, Shark Blood has been quiet. He has been quiet. You're right. Shark Blood. Why do we call him Shark Blood? As Josh Berry, as we're talking about. One of our friends that hangs out in our chat, his name is Roma or Eli. He is a big Josh Berry fan, and he had us call him Shark Blood. So that's his nickname. We give it to him, Shark Blood. All right. Hope Spinal Tap Bowman is feeling like racing. I picked him to win, Danny. I got him as my dark horse.
Turn two. Just would like to get the balance a little bit more equal in all the corners. I know that's always asked here, but yeah, it's just a little bit sketchy for me in turn three, especially. So yeah, I just need to work on that.
What about turn two? We hear so much about the bumps, and a lot of drivers and stacked winners here in this track saying this may be the roughest they've been on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think the roughest any different.
Is that like 5 more?
Really limit your balance isn't exactly how you want.
Yeah, we have to let him know his name is Shark Blood. That's right.
Seems like in the car to help it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
Shark
We
Blood.
go back to studying here, putting the headset on, talking things over with the engineers and his crew chief. Kyle Larson, the lone Hendrick car in that first session, is going to watch his other 3 teammates here in session 2.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Mike, you and I had Kyle Larson on Morning Drive on Thursday. He was the only guy of all the drivers I talked to this week that didn't talk about the tunnel bumps.
You gotta call him Shark Blood.
Turn 3 and into turn 1. He talked about getting through turn 2, but didn't talk about the bumps at all. It seems like his focus is beyond that, or
Trying to get to 100. We've got 90 folks in here. Help us out.
Going through there, and of course, I'm sure Cliff Daniels will do what Cliff Daniels does and give him what he needs to be.
Bowman's definitely a dark horse, though he shouldn't be.
Definitely will be. And you talk
Very
about the tunnel
confusing.
bumps. It seems like the tunnel bumps might
Plus 2,200, JC. He was plus 2,200. I assumed that was close enough for a dark horse, so I took him.
Thanks, Josh. What happened?
SBG hit the wall.
Yeah, the first lap on track there.
Just scraped it.
Ended up, it bottomed out a couple of times. I didn't think it was way bad.
I will.
And got a vibration.
If I could get to him.
Coming in the pits, thinking I had a tire going down or something, and looked at it, and the diffuser was broken.
That light force,
So,
bop it.
You know, the back part, there's a big piece missing. Unsure of if it was just kind of a failure, or if it was from the track, or we ran something over.
No Braves emojis for Olsen? No, not today. What's up, fans of the Green Bay Packers?
Clip on it, I guess, because some of the brackets holding the diffuser itself are damaged as well. So these guys got a lot of work in front of them, unfortunately.
Now, Todd Gordon's up there, and he was asking or wondering, speculating about the tunnel turn bump. How has that evolved? How has that changed? And what was that like in the short time you were out there?
Yeah, it's definitely an emphasis, a focus of it for sure. But I felt like, I didn't feel like it was really bad. The first couple laps of practice, I feel like you're best off maybe taking it a little easy the first lap and just let your air pressures build up and all that stuff, which was our plan. So, I'm not really sure. Like I said, it's hard to know what exactly happened because it's damaged pretty good. But, well, luckily we got, some our Penske teammates to lean on and be able to look at how their practice went and adjust the car if we need to and get ready to go racing tomorrow.
That is just Josh Berry down here as they continue to work on this automobile.
As other drivers in Group 2 have come onto the racetrack, that's going to put Josh Berry 35th of the 36 that have taken time so far. William Byron has gone to the top of the leaderboard. We talk about Brad Keselowski being 9th overall, well, being first overall in Group 1.
Spinhouse takes out Knucklehead on Sunday is prediction for me, right?
Second, he's with
You can't make it too obvious, though, right? Because he already said he was going to do it. You can't make it obvious.
To get their Toyota a little bit better than that progressive Toyota today for Andy Hamlin. He's making his notes and writing them down. And Andy, what did you figure out in that first session up there? And I know you're making a lot of changes, it looks like.
Yeah, we're well, but nothing we can't fix. It's not like fight. Just got to work on it. Obviously, qualifying will be a whole different deal, but yeah, it's just trying to figure out right now exactly where all the speed's at.
3 more likes to 50. Help us out with the likes.
You know your way around this track. Winners are hard on this track. It's very different than what we left it here last year.
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot has changed. Obviously, the sticky stuff that's the residual that's on the racetrack, it's
Gone away a little bit more each time it comes, but
obviously the tire is the biggest change that we've gone through with all 4 tires being different than we had last year. That's the biggest speed change and balance shift for us.
How did you do as a race fan last week, enjoying your new son and the family, but watching the race? How was it?
Truthfully, I had FOMO on Friday. My heart was racing against practice about to start, but by the time Saturday, Sunday came around, I was online and conservative. But yeah, I was just watching like a race. I felt like I was watching a spinning race, just another race I wasn't in.
All right, so that's why congratulations.
Stenhouse will get him banned from Kroger to never be allowed in. Yeah, he will, but he announced to the world that he was going to do that. So if NASCAR sees him take him out, then they're going to be like, okay, you said you're going to do it and you did it. That's intentional, which could get him suspended. So it has to be thought about.
52.706 seconds.
What time's today's race? 2:30 Central. We'll be on at 2 o'clock. Jeremy, what's going on? Good to see you.
In race mode than he was qualified.
See, this is what I don't like. SVG is now in the playoffs only because of a road course, and you call this guy a playoff driver when he's 32nd in practice. But there is a road course in the playoffs. Bronny,
you can't just bring the same.
There is a road course in the playoffs.
The 21 experience, now you've got more grip in the tires. You run more pace through that tunnel turn. It travels more. You squish the springs for you.
All right, Josh Berry and that Wood Brothers team.
True.
They may have to change the rear clip. What all does that entail? How long will that take?
They'll be here a while if that's what they've got.
But all it takes is finishing in a certain spot, and a couple other drivers have bad luck, and he's in round 2.
I believe they're rolling a backup car out. That's rear body is mounted off of that. The diffuser's mounted off of that. The rear suspension is. The transaxle is mounted in the rear clip. The fuel cell is. That's work that I would not want to have to do at a racetrack.
We are just looking through the binocular sound into the NASCAR Cup Series garage. That car that Todd referenced is a black and white car. It's got a 2 on the roof, so that's an Austin.
You're welcome, Raymond.
That's been used. That I would think that would be rolling out into a backup status. We'll keep tabs on. But it makes sense.
It'll come down to the quarterback. Green Bay.
Just roll out a backup.
I think SVG is good for the sport, JC says. McDowell is no different than SVG or Allmendinger. You're right. You're right, Cokester.
The future's hung off that as well, and you want to make sure you hit that perfectly. You want to have a measured car that you have knowns of where parts are and work forward.
They work on that.
Harrison Burton did the same thing, and then he was out in the first round.
Christopher Bell.
Where's my 20 fans?
Get things rolling and realize.
That's right, Troy.
So the crew is going to work. Matter of fact,
either way, he'll have to survive round 1 and not be cut. Now, the question is, will he have enough points in round 1 to survive a cut, or hopefully other drivers in the playoffs have bad luck in that first round and get cut and he does not? But then he would have to win the Roval. So that's the road course in the playoffs is the Roval. So that's another interesting too.
Heartbreaking there to start this weekend.
SVG needs more experience on ovals. He'll get better next year. And we've shown that he did really well in Charlotte on the oval for the 600. He finished in the top 20. So good possibility. If he can get past that first round, you might see SVG in the 3rd round.
But where they've worked great at the shop, and then you get a stuck valve or something. Where
it is true. That's one thing you'll have to accept is if he does get in that 2nd round, he could advance to the 3rd round with that Roval.
They don't know where their travels are, and they don't get a chance to qualify. It'll be a chance.
Now, does he move on from the 3rd? I doubt it.
This session, William Byron, the quickest overall, and as Todd mentioned, 52.706 seconds. That's 170.759 miles an hour. There's only one other driver that has
Qualified and fat guy eating. Perfect.
Full Wallace of 2311 Racing in second.
Thank you, JFK.
Elliott is third. Tyler Reddick is fourth. Michael McDowell is fifth. Austin Cindric is sixth. Ryan Blaney is seventh.
I like my Skittles.
But his ninth.
Keeps me awake. The question, does Stenhouse shop at Kroger for groceries?
Two right now. Yeah, interesting. The piece that stands out to me, Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick, second and fourth. 2311, I feel like Bubba's been doing a pretty good job of it. I don't know that I feel like Tyler Reddick has shown everything the last, probably 6-8 weeks.
JFK, it's all muscle.
You're at Pocono.
It's all muscle, JFK.
Let's go to Jason Toy.
Listening to Bubba Wallace talk to his crew here, and he's radioed in. They were trying to get him.
He almost won at Texas.
Should be pitting right now. He's like, yeah. He goes, what? We said we're going to do 10 laps and try to adjust it because even though he's second on the board, he's still tight. So they're going to come in and make the adjustments.
What's up, Raymond?
To the crew going, sorry, guys.
51 likes. Let's go to 60 now. 60 likes. Help us with the likes.
The adjustment and try to loosen it up just a little bit to see if they can go for that top spot here in practice.
So we've gone in Group 1 time.
Lizard says anyone can win Super Speedway, so SVG could get past third round. True.
I think they want to.
True that.
Depends on who a driver is.
He'll have more trouble in that third round. But if he could get past the first round, there's a very good chance he could win in the third round. That's for sure.
Be a little bit on the free side. I don't want to be loose, just a little free. Let's talk a little bit about 2311 Racing. Seems this year for them, both Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick, it's been a bit different. We're used to seeing them having more of a presence in victory lane. The cars up front more. It's almost like
not everybody is on the track anymore.
They struggle. The numbers just aren't there, and they're finishing 20 plus, kind of all over the place here in 2025. Yeah, they've been a little bit more sporadic, it seems like, in 25. And hey, there were a couple years ago that I wrote Tyler Reddick out of the playoffs in the first round because they didn't carry any momentum in the playoffs, and then they hit the switch and they were on fire going through the playoffs. So it comes and goes. That happens for everybody, but especially newer teams. And let's face it, this is what year 5.
Georgia fan says SVG won't make it through the first round. You never know, Georgia fan. It just takes like a wreck or two and
they were on fire.
Some good luck on his end.
They had kind of a pullback here, and we're starting to see them come back. So the ebb and flow of having consistency, it's something that works their way forward. And it seems like the 23 car of Bubba Wallace is starting to see consistency. They've worked their way to the points. Looking for Tyler Reddick to follow suit. Bubba Wallace.
Steinhouse shops in the children's section at Walmart.
Races this season.
I hated seeing McDowell leave front row. Who do you got for your inside at CeeLo? I don't have anybody on my inside. I just know.
Reddick has similar stats as
well. I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Then once they get into the race, something happens.
Here's the thing. Well, SVG has ran okay at Darlington. He has never done a race at Gateway. And Bristol is a short track, which SVG is horrible at.
These are what warrants them to go to the back.
True.
That's what makes racing what it is. It's not always the fastest car race. It's the first one to get the checkered flag. And
I don't think there should be playoffs in NASCAR. Playoffs? You got to say it like that, Georgia fan. Playoffs? I don't think there should be playoffs in NASCAR's playoffs. Are there regular sports?
From Pocono Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network.
I love the discussion we're having here today. If you're watching along with us, you're allowed to pipe in as well, because this is a driver-friendly interactive chat. And as a NASCAR fan, you are allowed to not like a driver. You are allowed to have an opinion about a driver. You're allowed to talk about other drivers or your driver. Just keep it clean. So what is your opinion of SVG winning last weekend, now in the playoffs? Now, according to, you listen to Trackhouse says that just SVG being in the playoffs alone will bring them over $1 million back to Trackhouse, which money makes the world go round. So Trackhouse says even if he doesn't make the first round, they still are a big payday for finishing in the top 16 for the NASCAR Cup Series. But as like they were saying, like the Wood brothers when they won at Daytona and got in the playoffs, yes, he wasn't going to go anywhere in the first round. He was probably going to get eliminated, but that brought so much money to the Wood brothers to help the team move. The money is everything. Sponsors are everything. Everything like that makes the race team. These race team guys don't make much money when you think about it, with all the logistics and everything that goes into racing on one weekend. So I'll make a bold statement prediction. SVG makes the second round. NASCAR, I would say it could happen. It could happen for sure. The final championship race should be a demolition derby. That'd be funny. The old school point system was the best. I agree with that. But Stonehouse could be. Let's see. Wendy says SVG was hired for a road race, not cup wins. I would agree with you there. I like SVG through 2 years. I thought he was from Australia. Lizard King from Down Under says SVG might suck in the first round of the playoffs, but maybe he will have enough playoff points to get through. True that. Georgia fan says SVG is just unpredictable. You never know what will happen. Right. NASCAR is so unpredictable as well. I mean, anything can happen. T Van says, where's my favorite driver, Dennis, at? He was in the, I'm just joining back in. He was in the first playoff. He was in the first group, and currently Denny Hamlin is 26th fastest along both groups. He was in the first one. So I don't want to skip someone. Lisa says, I'm up in the air on this one. He was good at Mexico. Yes, and it was the type of race that he knows how to run. It was a rain race, street race. That's what he's all about. Somehow I got Australia and New Zealand confused. JC says, oh, trust me, SVG wants that oval win. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Any race car driver wants that oval win. Did you ever see send out those diecasts? So, James, I'm still waiting on 3 cars from the manufacturer itself. They haven't made those new paint schemes, so I'm still waiting on those. But yes, I will get them to you. It's been very busy with my new job, and there's only one place in Nashville that has them, and I haven't been able to get to it yet. But I will promise you, I will get you your cars. Just might take a little bit, but I will. I'm not forgetting you, James. And make sure you just, if a reminder, just send me a message. I am trying my best to get there. Just right now, very, very, very busy. When I do this stuff here, guys, it is for me to take a break from what I'm doing. So I promise you guys, I will get your stuff if you haven't got your car yet. Elliott looks fast this weekend. Yeah, he was fastest, and he's on the pole for the Xfinity Series race, and he's 3rd fastest now in this practice here. So Willie B, Bubba Wallace, and Chase Elliott, 1, 2, 3 here at Pocono. New Zealand, kind of like Hawaii to Australia. There you go. SVG is slowly getting better. He's ahead of Denny in practice right now. There you go. That tells you anything. Who's Shark Blood? That's Daniel. That's Josh Berry.
Your way through.
All right, sounds good, James.
You're allotted, and right now for Group 2, they have 5 minutes.
57 likes. We're trying to get to 60. 3 more to go, y'all. Help us out.
What they're doing with Tyler Reddick, what some of the other drivers are doing as well. Of course, everybody's in hot pursuit with William Byron. I will tell you this, Todd, that so far William Byron.
Elliott's always confusing me. I never see him up there for a win, but top 5's always there in points.
You give them one more lap, we'll have a 15-lap average for you, but stands to reason that they'll be leading that as well. We'll see what happens when Willie.
4 minutes left here, and we'll have qualifying.
15-lap average territory. Yeah, this is a group that unloads with speed week in and week out. When you look at any race, I feel like the 24 is in the mix. They may not be the dominant car, but they're in the top 5. It seems like they just find their way to have speed. A lot of confidence between driver and crew chief. Well, it's interesting you say that because William Byron does not get a lot of play. He doesn't enter the conversation a lot. But why? His average start of 9.3 this year is the best of all drivers. His average finish of 10.4 this year is the best of all drivers. He has earned 604 points through 16 races. That's the most number of points in the season by a driver in the next gen era. They're checking up
NASCAR, you could win championship, but just being consistent.
points ahead of Kyle Larson per second in points. So I mean, just they have put race after race.
You're right.
Doing it. They're not.
Consistency is the key to everything.
But they're hitting doubles a lot, and it's just they're putting doubles and doubles and doubles and putting scoring together. Christopher Bell has entered the racetrack. Had a report that he
went and hit the like again. Okay, awesome, Lisa.
Maybe sending him out there.
61 likes. Let's go to 70 likes now. Help us get to 70 likes.
Second lap, 53 second lap. He may get in about 3 laps.
See Bell. Let me see those 20s.
Turn 3. And he'll
Where's my 20s at? There we are.
Start finish line. It is a white, black, and red colored car with silver numbers on the side trimmed in red. He is quote unquote on the clock now to get a little bit of practice time before we throw the black and red flag. So very good news for Adam Stevens to get him out there and get a roll at it. You really want to give them an opportunity.
And Ryan Preece got royally screwed over because of SGG's win, and Preece has been extremely consistent.
If nothing else, even if you have to go to the garage and fix it,
You're only allowed to hit it once. You can turn it off and hit the like again.
Yeah, I imagine that that's heavy on the mind as well. When we're looking at this pit road, we are positioned the start-finish line, so we basically...
SVG will win multiple races in 2026.
Pit stall that... Well, okay.
One. Lots of questions. Will he be with SVG? Will he be with Trackhouse?
2. What's that? Okay.
Minute 57 seconds left in his second practice.
Front side of pit road here. Boxes are fairly...
Boo Bell.
Because... Here's the way I looked at it.
I think Denny retires. I think I'm going to become a Christopher Bell fan.
I've only got
stay in the camp, right? Stay in the JGR camp.
To get in front of me. So my pit crew's on the right side of the car, not playing in traffic. If I'm in pit stall 1, he drives past my car while my pit crew's on the right side. Just from a safety standpoint, but also I know what everybody else is doing, and I can see.
Trackhouse better keep him. Ditch Suarez. What's up, Lester and Valerie? Good to see you, Lester and Valerie.
Or I'm going to stay in the single digit. You're going to stay up at that, and you know it's interesting. Last week,
60 likes now. Let's go to 70. There's Tyler Reddick. Finished 11th or better here in 5 races at Pocono. He's got 4 straight top 10 finishes. So Tyler Reddick, 1 to win here as well. Hope my boy Ryan Preece runs well. And let's keep all 4 tires on the ground, right? Lester, Ryan Preece in the air doesn't get along.
It's got to be 8. There's a full, probably 35-foot opening between 24 and 25. We've got another one.
Lots of monster cars here running today. Ty Gibbs.
Something you want to do.
Riley Herbst. Tyler Reddick.
He can drive.
The monster cars.
So they're not sitting in it. I could make sure that he can get out of the box, but
I was ghost. Was a ghost, so I guess I didn't hit it for real. Ooh.
Todd Gordon giving us right now.
Lisa was a ghost.
400 miles tomorrow here in the Pocono.
Thanks for the subs, y'all. Appreciate it so much.
So watching the timing and scoring, I really hadn't put it to memory. We're using an alternate start-finish line for practice and probably for qualifying as well. It's in between 2 and 3 here.
Deport Soros.
First, don't have to make the extra lap after they've clicked off.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
So much like we do at road courses.
We're going to delete that.
You talked about speeding up the qualifying. We're using a alternate start-finish line.
Let's be nice.
Tunnel turn.
Be nice about it. Remember what I said? Everybody doesn't like a driver. Everybody doesn't like a certain driver. You can talk trash about that driver, but just be nice. Okay?
This line, then you'd have to go all the way back around because back in the day, you wouldn't send the next car because the fear of getting a draft off the car.
I know he's another grandpa's boy, but if Gibbs doesn't get a win this year, man, looked like he was going to get a win last week, right? He was leading that race.
And then the lap.
Looked good.
This eliminated a lap from that, made it back to 2. The red and black flags are flying.
All right, so that's it for qualifying. I mean, practice. I'm talking about practice. Boom, 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 boom. All right, should the probably will be, probably not. We'll see. So there is your final standings for practice here for the NASCAR Cup Series. We'll have qualifying here in just a second. They'll run 2 cars at a time. Willie B, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick, Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell, Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, Chase Briscoe, AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Larson, Ryan Preece, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Carson Hocevar, Justin Haley, Noah Gragson, John Hunter Nemechek, SVG, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Riley Herbst, Todd Gilliland, Austin Dillon, Zane Smith, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Cody Ware, Ty Dillon, Josh Berry, and Brennan Poole was your slowest practice. And now let's take a look at the lap averages. Let's look at the lap averages here. Lap averages. All right. That's my favorite driver there. You can star your drivers and they put them at the top here. So that's why it looks like that. So Chris Buescher was overall fastest. Christopher Bell, Willie B. Your 5-lap average was Willie B. Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher. Your 10-lap average was Willie B. Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric. So the Fords here on a little longer run. How about the 50? Look at Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric. So the Penske cars. So Austin Cindric, fastest on the 20-lap and 15-lap average, and 25-lap Austin Cindric. So if we have a long run, you're going to see Austin Cindric moving on up for sure. He looks pretty dang good. And then the 30-lap run, there wasn't anybody. But 25, Tyler Reddick. Look at Tyler Reddick there. Chris Buescher as well. But Austin Cindric is staying in that top 3 most of this way. So looking to see maybe he probably won't qualify as good because his car's better on the long run. But we'll see what happens. What's up, Butterfly? Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Let's see here. Go back here. Should probably Nascar. I know he's Grandpa's boy. It's already seen that. Like Daniel, just think he's had his chances long enough and isn't producing. That's why I said ditch him for Suarez. Ricky's dropping those 12s. He's on our thumbnail too as well, Ricky. I'm sure you enjoyed that. Suarez doesn't want to talk political. Will not happen. Exactly. All right, so there is your lap averages. And we don't talk politics in here either. We're just here to watch some racing, y'all. We're here to have fun, take us away from reality at the moment of our lives or whatever's going on in our heads or whatever. We come here to have some fun with everybody. For the ones that are just coming in from Amazon Prime, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed over there on Amazon Prime's YouTube channel during practice, but now we're going to be bringing you the qualifying here on the Go at CeeLo. Make sure you're hitting that like. We're trying to get to 80 likes is our next goal. 80 likes. The 44 won't be making a qualifying lap, nor the 51, so Dylan's going to be first. Okay. So let's see if they have this reset yet or not, as we're going to have ready qualifying for you guys here on the Go at CeeLo. And then also I'll be putting in the pin message. We will be bringing you the Xfinity race today starting around 2 p.m. For pre-race ceremonies. 2:30 will be the green flag or somewhere around there. And we'll be here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series as Chase Elliott is on the pole today. So we need 29 more likes. 29 more likes for 100. Help us out with that like button for us. We would love for it. As we're just waiting on qualifying here now as we're taking a little break. But thank you guys for tuning in. My name is CeeLo. We do NASCAR here on the weekends. Now next weekend, you will not see me here in our studio. You will see us actually live at the track in Atlanta. We're going to be bringing you live coverage just like we did in Nashville. You know how we did the Cup Series or the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series live events from that track. You got to see some really cool shots and all that stuff. We'll be doing that. We'll be doing some vlogs as well for you guys. So we'll have that too as well. So, and we're going to be staying inside the track in Atlanta. I've never done that before. I've never been inside the track sleeping. So I'm looking forward to that. You'll see Tom probably on our streams. He's going to be that way as well too as well. So he'll be along with us and hanging out too. So we're looking for a good time. Good time. All right. Let's see. What a Georgia fan. Deport nobody. Even such through Dylan deserves such a better finish. Ran top 10 good portion of the day in Mexico. All right. Thanks so much, JC, for liking the stream. We appreciate it. This channel is so amazing, CeeLo, and your mods make this such a great content. The fun, the interaction, just when you want to know, it really makes a lot of our days. Thank you all again. Thank you, NASCAR buddy. We try to bring you the best and interact with you guys in the chat because that's what it's about, making you feel like you're welcome here and knowing your voice is known here on the channel. A lot of hosts, they don't ignore you unless you pay, and that's where they only say anything online with your stuff. But that's not what we do here. If you would like to give back to the channel on a super chat, we would love it. If you want to give a Venmo, we love it. If you want to become a member, 99 cent gets you access to these emojis here that I'm posting in the chat at the moment. 99 cents gets you access to become a member. And you have special perks with certain levels on our membership. But this is the cheapest thing on YouTube. The Savannah Bananas have the cheapest thing. They do 99 cents as well. I think a couple other folks have taken after that. But those are the emojis you get, and it changes no matter what we do on the channel. If we're doing baseball or basketball or football or racing or whatever, the emojis change. And it's only 99 cents. That's the cheapest thing. You can't even buy a cup of coffee for 99 cents. And it's good for the whole entire month. And then also you have the pro level, which you get early access to vlogs. We release a vlog every Friday, a paint scheme and race weekend preview. You get early access to that. This week I was unable to get that out to you guys, so we did a premiere on that last night after the truck series race. But we normally release that vlog earlier in the day so you guys can see it for the members, and then it's open to the public. And then there's an MVP member as well. I have not been able to do that because my schedule is so busy, but MVP level is $2.99, and that just gives a little extra back. So if you do a gifted membership on the channel, it is a $2.99 gifted membership, and that's what you get. So thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do here. We appreciate you. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you giving your hard-earned money back to us. But if you do not have that money, that is okay. We totally get it. We totally understand. Times are tough, and we understand. So if you're here hanging out, watching with us, hanging with us, interacting with the chat, hitting the like, subscribing, all of that helps tremendously. So thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it. And here is the qualifying. We are ready. And Brennan Poole and Cody Ware will not be qualifying, so it'll be Ty Dillon going out doing Ty Dillon things. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Another unique racetrack, not when you have to find your way around.
33,507.
Make a change.
Yes, sir.
I like more of positive thinking when a driver comes into a racetrack not liking it. Sometimes that driver's already defeated.
I mentioned mental health about Bubba. I also experienced anxiety and depression. Everybody does, man. This chat and talking with you helps such a lightless distraction. Thank you, NASCAR buddy. Ain't working Saturdays. Always missing Cup qualifying Xfinity races. You're welcome, Dana.
Feels pretty good. I think this.
Yeah, Lisa. Love to meet you if you're there.
Really fun challenge. Like, it's becoming a big challenge to get through the bumps on the race.
You second what Bubba said. Or, thank you so much, guys. $5 Ricky, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Ricky. Everybody tell Ricky thank you so much. Ricky, appreciate you. Ricky, man, you're the best. And I'll be getting that to you, that gift I told you I had for you. I just, like Richard and everybody that's been asking, I'm sorry for my lack of getting stuff done. I do apologize. I'm trying my best.
So yeah, I think I mean, I think approach overall.
What's up, Gregor? Good to see you, buddy.
Is doing different. It's all kind of come together. So we just gotta, like I said, I don't think our balance is perfect yet, but we have the speed.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, he's trying to make that Chevrolet very fast here for one more lap to try to go for the pole for William Byron.
I like the fact Jason's.
ACO, did Bill ever get on the track? Yes, he did. He was about mid-pack, Wade.
Gotta ask the question. We'll see what they do.
He was about mid-pack.
That William Byron.
He doesn't have 99 cents that you could probably find that in your car and trunk drawer.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
All right, so we're going to be doing qualifying here. Brennan Poole, Cody Ware, the first two on here, but they will not be qualifying. I appreciate it, Ricky. Thanks so much, man. And we're at 86 likes. We're 14 away from 100. Help us out with that qualifying. We thank you guys for hanging out with us today. And when the qualifying starts, I will put the link for our Xfinity race, which is up now on the channel as well. Make sure you go hang out with there and say hello. Chase fan, what's up? Good to see you. Congratulations, Chase, on the pole for the Xfinity race. We'll see if he can do double duty here, as they're going to have 2 cars on the track at the same time. Ty Dillon and Zane Smith will be on the track here.
Do you have 10,000?
Nope. Zane Smith and Ty Dillon will be on the track here. It's 2 at a time, as we'll be rolling through the qualifying here. And we'll be back on again at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Yeah, I saw Sale the deal with fractured left rib cage. Oh, when he fell. When he dove for the ball in the 9th. Oh my gosh. Remember that? Yeah, he dove. Remember? And I saw him grimace in pain when he hit the ground. I remember that. Yep. All right. Thank you, Ricky, again, buddy.
Domination. Get yours today. First car is rolling in qualifying. Ty Dillon has taken to the racetrack right now, going under the green flag. Yeah,
169. Zane Smith takes it now.
You know, I've had a lot of success with, and you and I are going to get a talk to later today. Joey Logano's down there with Steve Post.
Joey Logano is down here. He is going to join you gentlemen in a little bit in the booth for the
qualify now. And change it.
Well, Joey, what's your take on your? We might have here in a qualifying lap with the Shell.4.
Yeah, we were a little bit off the first run, made some changes, got it a little closer, and I thought we were in the ballpark there on our long run speed, at least in Group A. Group B seems to be a lot faster, so you're trying to what's the track and what's.
I'll be happy if the 60 could have a top 10.
Say for sure. So
Elliott looks tough.
I think we're pretty close.
Rowdy on the track. Where's my 8s? Let me see my 8s. Rowdy.
And again, just a little bit. He's going to join you guys topside. He'll be our guest analyst for the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Of course, we have the championship-winning crew chief with us here on the Motor Racing Network. We'll have the championship-winning driver.
Rowdy. Let me see my Rowdy friends.
2018.
Yeah.
On the racetrack right now, Zane Smith has just turned in a lap of 52.803 seconds, 170.445 miles.
Come on, Rowdy.
Dillon on the racetrack as well. And again, there will be 2 cars on the
Boo, yeah, that sucks.
Once Zane and Ty cycle through, then Brennan Poole will not go out for his lap. Neither will Cody Ware.
89 likes, almost to 100. Help us out. 11 to go.
On the track as well. To come include Riley Herbst, Carson Hocevar, Austin Dillon, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson. Those are the cars that are next up to qualify once Busch and Gregson get done with their laps. Let's get a thought from Bubba Wallace. He's with Jason Toy.
Carrying the McDonald's colors here this week on his Toyota Camry. As he continues to look over at the monitor here, you got a very fast Toyota Camry, Bubba. Get ready to roll here, Pocono. How was it in practice? What did you learn, and what do you guys need to do to have a good qualifying lap?
Wasn't where I wanted to be. Pretty slow, if you ask me. Not really.
We're wrecked and Poole failed inspection 3 times. Oh my gosh.
Appreciated knowledge. Had fun at the finishes.
34th day. We got less than 493 on the subs now.
They were a good run, and yeah, to get back in this oval swing for 1 week, I think. But all in all, good weekend. Good start to the weekend.
It was fun hearing you guys talk.
8 likes to go to 100. Help us out.
Fusion on the radio, and we got it all ironed out. So yeah, it's like we had a week off or something last week.
There you go.
Hey, Butterfly, how you doing? Kenneth Clark says.
Pretty quick, Toyota.
Yeah, it's good to hear that.
Zane Smith still on the pole. We got Herbst and Hocevar. Hocevar in the plus right now.
Ready to climb aboard his car.
In the green. Mountain Billy, what's up, man? Good to see you.
For your new team this year, the 8th place finish at Mexico. What does that do for you?
8 minus 3, Lawson. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I mean, our guys have worked so hard this year.
Hocevar gonna be on the pole here.
First top 10 was amazing.
34,000. Can we choose the kind of pie? No, 40,000. You can do that.
We were 13th there in practice, so hopefully.
I'm gonna be giving this hat away at 34,000. I'm giving this hat away for 34,000.
Yeah, it definitely gives you some confidence.
I don't like it, so I'm gonna give it away.
Confidence that you have productive before definitely means a lot. So can't thank everybody enough on this HaasTooling.com Ford Mustang, and we'll see what we can do here.
And it's Cole Custer, and yeah, I know these guys, you know, we
I honestly know who might get the pole, and I hate it. I honestly think the 24 may get the pole. We'll see. Will he be?
See if they can back it up.
Hocevar, I told you he's in the green. Here's Austin Dillon now, and Brad Keselowski going to be on the track.
He finished in the top 10. It was almost 3 years ago.
Austin Dillon.
September of 2022. Now, that was a different time, different place. And they've gone through a lot with the dissolving of Stewart Haas Racing, with the Haas Factory Team 1 Cup car effort, 2 Xfinity cars, and then all they have going
I'll be betting Willie B hard tomorrow. I can go ahead and tell you. I've got all my money on Denny Hamlin, Corey.
A growing situation for these guys. Keep in mind, Cole Custer went back to the Xfinity Series and ran a couple years there, and after having some success here, but they made the transition back. I think this is something that it's a work in progress and something they're going to have to continue to build. But
Bad Brad, let me see my sixes.
Cycling through cars.
SNB. Let me see those sixes. Bad Brad.
Seconds, 171.825 miles an hour. Zane Smith is second quick. Noah Gragson.
We see Bad Brad.
Fourth. Dillon is fifth. Riley Herbst.
Tim Fowler dropping those sixes.
So far, you've got Austin.
94 like 6 to go. Let's go. Help us out, y'all.
And if you're just joining us, Brad was the quickest car in Group 1. Brad is just
round the outside, round the outside.
On straightaway. I'll be very curious.
Guess who's back?
The speed and qualifying time.
Boo! Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding.
It's earlier this afternoon. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where that plays out for him here. That lap to Carson Hocevar.
If the Dillons had more brothers, it would remind me of that skit from Bob Newhart show. Yeah, that's funny.
Austin Dillon.
That's funny.
Or here comes Brad off the corner, and again, he will take that.
Bad Brad.
So not being able to necessarily back up the fastest time, but it's still a decent time.
P2 for Bad Brad. He was looking fast in practice, too.
Continues from Pocono Raceway. This is the.
All right, so the top 10 here: Carson Hocevar, Keselowski, Zane Smith, Austin Dillon, Gragson, Kyle Busch, Ty Dillon, Riley Herbst. Brendan Poole and Cody Ware did not qualify, so they will be last. Dylan, no. You cannot be a moderator right now. Thanks for asking, though. All right, so who do you think in this top 10, well, top 8, I guess, will last in this thing? Who do you have in the top 10 here? Who will be on the pole? Who's got the pole here? Daryl, mother brother Daryl. Who do you think? None. NASCAR buddy says none. JJ says Larry. Anybody else? Anybody else have any idea? Is anybody going to be in this top 10? Do you think Hocevar holds the pole? As he is a 52.379 with a speed of 171.825. Ricky says none. None. All right, so there it is. Appreciate the ones that are just joining in. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is our YouTube channel, and we bring you live coverage of all of the races. We don't show the races, but we bring you the best content here on YouTube for NASCAR. So if you are new to us, we would love for you to subscribe. 33,507 is our subscriber count. We'd love for you to join us for the rest of the season. Now, next weekend, we won't be in the studio. We'll be live at the track bringing you your great content. So we thank you so much for hanging out. Maybe a turn 3 or 4 shot along the fence. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But thank you guys for hanging with us on the Go with CeeLo. All right, so we're coming back here. Next is going to be Larson and Justin Haley, as these two are not going to qualify. So Larson and Justin Haley on the track. Here's Larson now.
To the ground. And
yeah, me too, Mandalorian. Good to see you, buddy.
Use your mounts to the rear clip with. So they're going to have to change the rear clip too. That's really not a racetrack change. Got the backup car out, working on that changeover. That's gonna take some time, but they'll
I would like it if the 77 and the 6 will make it, Tim says.
10 seconds. Station identification.
All right, just waiting here. Larson now. He doesn't look like he's going to get the pole as he was in the red. But we'll see here. He's in his lap 2 time. Larson and Haley on the track. Larson and Haley, both in the red as well. Both in the red. Yeah, we got Disneyland vlog. I'm gonna try to get out to you guys today or tomorrow morning. So we'll see how that works. I'm gonna try the Disneyland vlog from Anaheim when we were out there. We got two more vlogs after that. We got DCA, and then we got our trip home from California. Josh, thanks for subbing as well. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. And then next Friday, you'll have a paint scheme and race weekend preview, depending on how busy I am or if I can get anything done over in Atlanta, depending on the signal as well. So I don't know anything about the signal in there. I've never been. I just know that Tom's got some Wi-Fi. So Georgia fan, I did hear from him this morning. I just haven't had a chance to message you. He might not be able to go now because of something that has come up, but he's gonna let me know. He'll know by this week coming up. Mexico City 88 wins. That's right, he did, man. He did most ever.
Larson goes to P6.
P6 for Lawson. Actually 7th. Haley's gonna take over as P6. Haley's gonna take over P6.
It's got the Busch Light apple colors on the race car here this week.
Lester says, I'm not a Denny fan, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Denny is usually here at the end of Pocono. You're right.
It's racetrack. What do you got to do to get another victory here?
Be on the gas full.
Championship is SVG. We'll see, man. We're looking at one more like to 200, 100 likes. One more like to 100 likes. Help us out.
We'll find out a little bit here, but more tomorrow if overnight if we can make some better changes.
We got who we got? Stenhouse and Todd Gilliland.
3, just one more to go.
Stenhouse and Todd Gilliland. Here's your other drivers coming. Josh Berry, Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones, Joey Logano.
Race cars are looking to come away with victory here.
You know, one thing I'm hearing is not over it.
A pickle car is back. All right, sure, NASCAR. What you got? 100 likes. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in, y'all.
And that's the bumps are getting progressively worse in the tunnel.
Kosovar to 5 in the 2027. Ooh.
Yeah, because when you
That's big news right there, Lightning.
And you're not
Was Stenhouse supposed to fight Kosovar? I just think he said he might. He didn't say he would.
going to compress more in the corners, which means where your setups were and you were good last year, it's going to be different.
Suarez in the red, and here's Eric Jones. He could be on the pole here.
It is. It's a little bit of curveball. And
come on, Shark Blood. Subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, for the subs. We appreciate y'all who have subscribed today. We thank you.
It's race come getting ready to go. First and foremost, looks like your teammate put down a pretty good lap. Can you match it and go quicker?
Well, I sure hope so. But that is a great lap from Carson. You know, it's so hard when you go out.
And Dana, I don't know if I saw that or not. I hope I did. I think I'd said thank you. But Dana, thank you for the $5 super chat. I did not see that. Do appreciate that. $5 super chat for Dana. If I did say thank you, I'm going to say thank you again. Dana, thank you again. Everybody tell Dana thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't think I saw it pop up, and that's my fault. I apologize. Dana, everybody tell Dana thank you so much if she's still here.
I know your engineers and crew chiefs are probably been all over this, but what's your sense on the new tire combination here? What have we learned from the driver's seat? Do you notice difference on it? Or
you're big here for the car number 3, Samuel?
Yeah, I think, you know, the temperature differences between last year and this year is hard to tell, but we know this.
Kaylee, what's up, Kaylee?
This amount going into qualifying, so you got to really.
Good to see you, Kaylee.
But yeah, so
I think Busher will be on the front row.
Yeah,
JJ.
Over and over, and hopefully building a database of good changes.
Joe, thanks for subbing, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Something to shoot for, and we'll see what we can do in this Game Break Chevy.
That is Michael McDowell, and yeah, these tires, this combination is the first time I think this combination's been used, but they've used this.
2 o'clock, Derek. 2:30 green flag.
Teams, you kind of get used to it. You kind of learn what the trends of the tire.
About an hour from now, we'll be on again.
Different track like we have here at Pocono.
Yeah, they look at the history of where we've applied this tire before. We haven't run them before, so stuff to learn. But everybody anticipated what they had, but had to see what real life would play out here at the racetrack. One of the guys that'll go late in this qualifying effort is down there with Jason Toy.
Yeah, Chase Elliott talks things over with Alan Gustafson as crew chief here as they continue to look at the data here for the Napa Chevrolet.
Rick sponsoring Larson. Not sure how long of a leash Larson has. No championship since 2021.
Okay. The
2 p.m. Central, yes.
adjusted your
Should be. We'll see. Might be like the truck race. Couple cautions. Single file. Here's Denny Hamlin, baby. He's in the green.
You know, had okay pace there, I thought, you know, for as bad as it drove. So just
Let me see those 11s. Let's go, Denny. 52.144. New pole setter, baby.
Just turned in the second.
Let's go.
Eric Jones just turned in the third quickest lap. Logano goes to number 4 on the leaderboard. And we're awaiting Denny Hamlin right now to get in his.
The house that Denny built.
Go to the alternate start finish.
He won, baby.
What Denny Hamlin will put. Oh, go to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
1.4 seconds. 170.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right, Derek.
Into 170.
I will say also, I was surprised on how much Denny Hamlin people wearing his shirts at the track in Nashville. I was surprised.
He's crossed the start finish line.
The Hamlin 400 coming up.
That's so far this week.
T-Van.
Praises of Denny Hamlin.
Let's go, baby.
What should they bring? We'll all find out together. From Pocono Raceway. This is the motor.
All right. Thanks so much for hanging out. D. Hamlin 11, baby, on the track. Did you know that his son was born on June 11th? I mean, what kind of coincidence is that? The 11th? Come on. Put some money down on Denny Hamlin this weekend, y'all. You got to. Who's Denny Hamlin? Who Denny Hamlin is, he knew. Exactly, Georgia. Sure did. His son was born on the 11th. How much luck can that be? The 11, baby. Gotta love that number. 113 likes. Thanks so much for getting us over 100 likes. Stop the cussing or you're not going to. That's funny. Oh, boy. But Denny Hamlin, Carson Hocevar, Suarez, Eric Jones, Logano are your top 5. So my mother's birthday is June 11th. Awesome. 11, 11, 11, 11. That apparently was the original name of 42311 was 611. Didn't know about that either. Kyle Busch, driver for RCR. He's probably going to stay there for a little while. That is actually awesome. He talked about the day and he lucked out. Denny Hamlin is a good guy. I know from experience, he's good friends with my sister and her family, Derek says. Awesome, dude. Awesome, y'all. So we'll see what happens here. We're going to see what happens.
And about a dozen others.
All right, Devil. We'll see you tomorrow, bud.
It's too far away before we will get to the end of this session. We'll find out who's going to lead the field with the green flag tomorrow.
We've
got a lot of good coming, but
Barry Cindric. We'll see what Austin Cindric can do. Cole Custer. Now, he won here in the spring race, the Xfinity race. Tyler Reddick, Ryan Preece, Ty Gibbs.
That's a big lap. I'm curious to see what other drivers down there think of that and what they can put on the board. Denny has always run this racetrack very well. A lot of people think of Denny Hamlin as a short track race.
Can't believe MRN's cussing, Tom.
Track a lot. Is it because
yeah, I have. Derek, it's cool.
He is. He's always good here. Seems like for
it's right, Gregor.
They're back.
Exactly.
His career was just like it was a no. Denny Hamlin's going to win. We got Pocono. And perhaps
Tom's not liking all this cussing.
Tomorrow. Let's go to Steve Post.
Yeah, and you guys are talking about Denny Hamlin, his rookie year.
Here's Cindric.
This was when we had 2 races here. He swept it in his
non-champ Hamlin. Yep, he did.
This is one of those racetracks where no matter the generation of race car, he's been able to.
That's funny. Matt Gator, what's up, man? Good to see you. What's up, dude?
Good, and so he just has a real knack for the compromise that we've talked
Bubba
about.
might get the pole. We'll see.
Is so important, so critical.
So we got Cole Custer now. Cindric, where did he qualify?
In a specific
Cindric qualified 11th with a 52.83.
I think he's been here for 3 generations. I know for 3 at least. And he's actually not in all 3 generations of race cars here at Pocono.
What's up, Matt Gator? Good to see you, buddy. 2 weeks. Couple weeks, we're gonna be on a cruise, Matt Gator.
He was able to adapt and
couple weeks.
the equipment he was.
Look at Custer. Hey, I told you he won here in the spring in the Xfinity race, so he knows.
It's like a driver learns what they need to.
Here's Tyler Reddick now.
Race car to be successful.
I'm terrible at Pocono iRacing. Tricky Triangle is the right name for Pocono for sure.
Race car at certain.
And Dana, thank you again for the $5 super chat.
It's something that, you know, once you have that, it's generational knowledge.
Austin Cindric went to
Middle runner, middle up.
23rd, 52.436, 171.638. So it's Hamlin, Hocevar, Cole Custer, Daniel Suarez, and Eric Jones. Back to Steve Post.
Down here, just watching the final few drivers climb aboard the race car here. Chase Briscoe's getting ready to go.
Bubba Wallace going to be next here. We'll see what he can do. Can he knock his boss off the front row?
He'll be the third to go from the end, and then we'll have William Byron and Chase Elliott. So
he'll win tomorrow. We'll see.
Trio at the end of this thing, and we're just going to see how it goes here over the final few cars of qualifying. If Denny Hamlin can hold on and win the pole position, or if one of these drivers yet to go can knock Denny at Progressive Toyota off the front spot.
Trying to get to 120 on the lights. Help us out. We got 6 more to go.
Now, Ryan Freese on the track as well. Tyler Reddick just leaves turn 1, and he makes that long run up the Long Pond straightaway. Again, for qualifying, there's an alternate start.
How about the College World Series, y'all? Tennessee got knocked out, so I got disinterested in it.
Finish line. Quote, that's
Kaylee.
However,
just booked another Cayman, Panama, Costa Aruba, Curacao, and Dominican Republic. Wow. Nice, Matt Gator. We're just doing Key West and what's the other one? Starts with a B. You're the most traveled person I know, CeeLo. We like to have fun. We've earned it. Hey, CeeLo, have you noticed people will rank on Denny not wearing a championship, which is all fun? Why is people don't go the same rank about Dale Jr.? Ooh, yeah.
Ryan Freese.
He's June Bug, and everybody loves Dale Jr.
Fenway Keselowski Racing. Ty Gibbs now on the racetrack.
You got a point there, NASCAR buddy.
On the racetrack as Ty Gibbs now is
Ty Gibbs.
in his qualifying effort after the Gibbs and all.
So far, P4 for Ty Gibbs.
Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher, John Hunter Nemechek, Shane Van Gisbergen,
Barbecue, JJ. We need island time. That's right.
And then we're done with qualifying here at the Pocono Raceway. So we'll follow Ty Gibbs now as he makes his.
Oh, I got to do our pin message.
He is halfway up the Long Pond straightaway, and he's about to cross the tunnel turn. Let's see what kind of speed that Ty Gibbs has in that Monster Energy Toyota Camry. Of course, that effort being fielded by Joe Gibbs Racing. Here he comes out the tunnel turn and through the short straightaway. Ty Gibbs now will trip the timing lights, and Ty Gibbs will go to the number 4 position. 52.464, 171.546 miles an hour. Backtrack side to Steve Post.
Carson Hocevar, second fastest in the qualifying session here. So, Carson, you obviously were in Group A, so you went out really early. Your teammate Michael McDowell was just raving about what a good lap you had. How did it feel from the driver's seat?
Yeah, I mean, it felt obviously pretty good. It's holding up quite okay here. So hopefully it can continue to trend that way. But yeah, I'm just excited that, it seemed, it's always such a detriment to go out early that it didn't really affect us too bad here. And Delaware, like 77 Chevy is pretty fast so far.
Last week in Mexico, you got out of the race car and your ankle was bothering you. How is the ankle? How is that feeling?
I'm good. I'm just going to avoid
Chastain, Watermelons, and Blaney on the court.
Anymore, but
on the track.
The truck race ran just fine, and had a shot to win that race. So hopefully we do the same today.
There we go. That's Carson Hocevar, yes, and we'll see how he fares here tomorrow afternoon. Right now, a solid, strong qualifying effort.
Spire Motorsports right now sitting in the number 2 position. Question is, will they be able to...
All right, there it is.
Get closer to the...
So Blaney, let me see my 12s. Could he win 2 races this year? I know Ricky wants him to.
Putting in their times right now. Of course, we talk about the lap time.
Blaney.
52.144, 172.599. That's a tall order. That's the only team that has been...
I like Axel Bowman. His nickname is Bowman the Showman, Joe says. I got him, my dark horse, Joe.
172 miles an hour so far. Yeah, it's a really impressive lap that's put together. You've got a fairly decent cluster from second on back. If you look at it,
lots of logistics, though, Gerald, for that, for sure.
And that's almost 2 tenths that he's got on to start with. really impressive lap for Denny Hamlin.
Ross Chastain goes to 15th on the leaderboard.
A watermelon man. How about some watermelon mans? Where's my Chastain fans out there?
Takes his Ford Mustang around this 2.5-mile Pocono race.
Chastain.
To 15th. He pushes Chastain to 16th. He's kind of looking for more out of Ryan Blaney right there in his qualifying effort.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Didn't look like it looks like the guys really.
Chastain. Blaney and then the other crap block.
And they're really, Denny Hamlin got through turn 3 on the initial coming to speed.
Watermelons.
They're really well. Carried a lot of momentum down the front straightaway.
What's up with Bubba's car? What's going on with it?
Right here in the front straightaway.
Bubba Wallace is having a problem right now at the head end of pit road. The car will not fire, and he is trying to leave the pit lane. They have pushed the car forward.
Oh, no.
Pushing it back. Right now,
it won't start.
List of drivers with challenges that will allow
they tried to run it, tried to get it fired by running it.
It's his qualifying lap.
I was wondering why they're all running with the dang car.
Session right now, that car is
running
to fire, and they're trying to get it going. They're pushing it.
So we got Chris Buescher out there now as well. He doesn't look like he's gonna get the pole.
By a certain point, then they
Buescher.
Again, wow, that's a head scratcher for that 2311 Toyota Camry.
Yeah, definitely one that they've got to kind of figure out where it is. They can only push the end of pit road. You got to keep the wall there to protect the guys that are pushing on it. So they're backing it up and then, getting a...
That's a shame, Steven said.
Doesn't look like it's started that car.
Give Bubba Red Bull to get that thing started.
Is Chris Buescher. And what's happening is, while they try to get that going, NASCAR is giving them the opportunity to do that.
It's all those fries on the car. Chris Buescher, P2, 52.227. 52.227. I'm very surprised on how far off some of these times are. Huge differences.
And the speed that he put in his
yeah, look at that. Like almost 200 between second and fourth.
He'll go onto the race.
Bubbles just popped.
That Bubba Wallace car is being pushed back even further on pit road, either to the garage or
get a running start.
Running start.
Yeah, I don't feel like they're pushing it back to get a running start there. I wonder if that's more in the garage at this point. A couple efforts out there and couldn't get it to fire.
We'll see if we get...
What up, brother? Sorry, I've been... Oh, that's all right, man. You've been busy, dude. If you want to make sure you check out some New York Mets. The Mets are struggling. We appreciate you letting us win 3 games in a row, Pure Adrenaline Sports. But then we turned around and lost to the Marlins, so all for nothing. But make sure you check out my man, Pure Adrenaline Sports. He does all Mets, New York Mets. It's the Mets. Make sure you check him out. He does a great job over there.
He's on the racetrack right now to begin his effort. Still to come, Shane Van Gisbergen, Michael McDowell, Chase Briscoe, Alex Bowman, William Byron.
So we got Josh Berry, Bubba Wallace. He's not going to go yet. So Michael McDowell. Got John Hunter Nemechek rolling right now.
But, that just goes to speak for how good Denny Hamlin's lap was.
Denny Hamlin on the pole. That yawn is contagious. I know.
All the way through.
Go Phillies, Derek says.
You've got to get through that turn, too.
Go Tigers, JJ. They're looking pretty good, too, man.
We saw Denny Hamlin.
Eric Jones and his Legacy Motor Club Toyota qualified 8th a few moments ago. Here's John Hunter Nemechek.
He made me yawn. Sorry.
Toyota.
Hit that subscribe, y'all. Appreciate it.
His way now through that portion of the racetrack, and John Hunter Nemechek will go to 4th. Wow. 171.789 miles an hour, 52.390 seconds. Steve Post, what's the update?
Go Braves. There you go.
Momentarily with Charles Denight, the crew chief.
Go Coastal Carolina. Yeah, they look good, too.
They tried to push it, and nothing would happen, so they're pushing the car back to the garage.
Wait, is SPG not going?
And we're going to have to assess what's going on with the starter on the Bubba Wallace.
Now, Bubba's going now.
Situation for a car.
So, starter on Bubba Wallace's car, so he's probably going to start last.
They have to start scratching the field.
SVG, so Josh Berry not going either?
Selection. A tough day.
I guess he'll be next. I live about 15 minutes from the track. Are you not going? You got to go, man.
And not knowing what the status.
I forgot about that. You live really close.
Brendan Poole has withdrawn.
Are you going to anything this weekend?
For qualifying, I should say. You've got Josh Berry that's going to a backup car. You got
Ione 8 Shane on road courses.
Including Christopher Bell, the power steering.
Twins, Vikings, Lynx, Skull Nation, Ricky says.
After another.
Been there too many times. Doesn't matter. You got to go, bro.
just qualified 23rd.
Cup Series in town. You got to go.
Shane Van Gisbergen.
What time does it start? I heard it. It starts at 2.
By Chase Briscoe.
2. We'll have our live at 2. Starts at 2:30 Central.
And SB.
There is Bowman the Showman. 20th for SVG. Look at Bowman the Showman, my dark horse, baby.
Once these drivers get their laps in, 3 drivers still to go, including William Byron, Chase Elliott, and Christopher Bell. And Todd, all eyes will be on the William Byron car.
Bowman the Showman. Let me see my 48s, my puppies and cat fans out there.
As well. Yeah, definitely.
Did I even put him in here? I don't think I did.
See, we've got Chase Briscoe out here. Martin,
there he is, 48.
The car always had a knack for getting around here.
48s.
Previous races this year where they had really good speed with the 19 team and Briscoe hadn't. And
that track's big. I've never been. I want to go.
Well, he adapts here. They've been baby stepping things. Obviously, he and James.
About 40 minutes for tour. We go live again.
They can do as we check in with C Post.
Yeah, down here, Chris Busher, a second.
Still yawning.
Down here.
I got up early.
With that qualifying run, Chris. Smile on your face. A lot of smiles down here in the crew. I know not.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe, y'all. Trying to get to 125 on the likes.
Yeah.
Bowman the Showman.
But I'm pretty happy with that. To take this.
Here's Willie B.
Have a shot at the front row right now. I know we got a handful of cars to go, but that's up quite.
3 cars left. So these 3 didn't qualify here. What happened to Josh Berry?
What they keep allowing me to drive, so it's time to put it on paper, get the details right, and go win this thing.
Bowman is an embarrassment to Hendrick, Big Gator says. Hit them both, CeeLo.
P2, you've got Chase.
There's Chase. He's on the pole for the Xfinity race.
On the racetrack, see what Alex could do. He brings his machine to pit road, and Alex Bowman will go in the 23rd.
Wow, 23rd. Yikes.
Looking for with that Ally Chevrolet.
Mechanical issue under the car for Barry. Thank you for letting us know.
He's taking that car to the garage. So we're getting down.
NASCAR, Derek says, but wasn't only like 5 years old at the time. I think Barry had an issue with the rear diffuser.
He's flying the blue and white.
Willie B and Chase Elliott. Oh, Willie B just wrecked.
Chase Elliott.
Willie B just nailed the wall.
All eyes are on Denny Hamlin.
Oh, no.
2.1.
What happened?
172.5.
Oh, no. Willie B just wrecked.
For practice, that'll lead us into our NASCAR Xfinity Series.
He was fastest in practice.
It's coming up. Top of the hour.
Chase out there now.
Now off the tunnel turn. Oh, and he spins. William Byron loses control. Coming off the tunnel turn, he'll spin it to the bottom of the racetrack.
Wow.
With the left.
Ran out of talent.
Trouble off turn 2.
What happened?
Complete his qualifying lap, but it will not.
Just got loose and then hit the wall and then hit the inner wall. Boom.
Chase Elliott, who was on the racetrack behind him, having to come back here, but that looks like, I mean, William Byron, that impact was pretty good with left front. Pretty significant damage. Chase Elliott was wrapping up his effort. He's 28.
Connor Zillage replacing Bowman and Hendrick the next 2 years, Herman says. Backup car for Bowman. We've seen what happens with backup cars.
When impact happens on the racetrack, caution came out, and Chase Elliott got slowed down because he had to drive by William Byron to get to the line. Well, just looking at NASCAR TV, Todd, William hit one of those bumps in the tunnel turn. It got crossed up. Just watching the replay again.
Backup car for Willie B.
And the car just steps out from underneath him at corner exit. He hit it with the rake.
Well, we got Christopher Bell to go, and I don't know if did Chase finish his qualifying. See, did Chase finish or did he not? I think they called it off. So Chase and you got Chase and you got Christopher Bell, the next 2 cars to go out here. So that's interesting. So we're under caution here with Christopher Willie B wrecking. He got hit one of those bumps in the tunnel turn, and now out of the car on the back stretch. Well, one of the legs going into turn 3. It looked like, but we'll see what happens with Chase and Christopher Bell are the next 2 cars to go on. They have to get Willie B's car out of the way as Denny is over there down the other end of pit road, looking on here. Does he get the pit? Does he get the pole? Sharkbug messed up his diffuser during practice. Got it. So this is going to be interesting. They're going to redo Chase's run. Yeah, so he's down there with... they're going to change tires? What are they going to do? What are they going to do here? Looks like they're going to change tires. Yeah, they're going to put 4 fresh new tires on Chase Elliott's car.
And Pocono Raceway.
4 fresh feel goods for Chase Elliott here.
He has gotten out of the race car on the racetrack. He'll go to the infield care center. They will tow that back. While he was spinning, Chase Elliott was also coming up to speed for his qualifying effort, and they've been able to bring that car to the pit.
So they're jacking up the car and they're changing all 4 tires.
Being made there on the Chase Elliott car. And are they changing tires, Todd? It looks like the jack's coming out. They're rolling out 4 new tires. They've also got air guns and the like.
Yeah.
Permitting them to change.
Look at all the toys up front. The Toyotas.
And they're qualifying. Yeah, he had 3/4 a lap on the tire, so it's not doesn't seem like fair to everybody else's stickers. It wasn't their own doing. So I think they're going to take another set from the race allotment and put a set of stickers on this, and they can take the penalty for later today or for the race to have another set of scuffs in the box. Chase Elliott changing his tires. That's being handled.
4 fresh feel goods for Chase Elliott. They can, yeah.
And that is
I think because he didn't get his full qualifying lap in, they're letting him have 4 fresh tires. 4 fresh tires, 4 fresh feel good.
Chris Buescher is second. Carson Hocevar is third. John Hunter Nemechek fourth. Cole Custer is fifth. Chase Briscoe is sixth. Ty Gibbs is seventh. Tyler Reddick eighth. Daniel Suarez ninth.
Sorry,
Eric Jones
is
10th.
Is that legal? I believe so. I think NASCAR is allowing them to change the tires because his lap was interrupted by the caution flag.
Read them through. I'm thinking of all the storylines that we've got just in the top 10 qualifiers.
See if he puts down a good lap, though.
It's real.
When was the last Byron that got a DNF? It's probably been a while, Jermaine.
Cole Custer, 8th place finish last week, qualified in the top 10. We talked about the you look at both of the Legacy Motor Club cars in the top 10. A lot of the storylines that we've talked about, we're seeing.
My dog just wrecked, fell out of bed.
I would not be surprised if William Byron, who obviously will not be a part of that top 10 after crashing the car, got started the back, obviously, but it would not surprise me if they've got 400 miles to get the job done. They can get to the front. So just because they had a problem today doesn't necessarily mean they've got themselves pinned to the mat tomorrow. Yeah, and they had great speed in practice, so they've got a good notebook to go back to. Whether it's this car or a backup car, they'll be able to apply that coming forward. They've just got work to build in front of them. One of the impacts of them having this was Chase Elliott. Jason Toy, do you have one to add?
Yeah, one of the things too. This is one of the great things about.
Can we warm up the tires too? I don't know.
Still have a set of tires.
This is weird.
Qualify on sitting back there, and that's usually about it. The Hendrick cars all had an extra set of tires out there. Goodyear Racing
at about 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central. We'll be on at 2.
They changed all 4. They're putting the
it might be now. It might be pushed back just a little bit. So
Joe Gibbs Racing Team as well.
Might be on about 2:10.
And also helping them with the brake bar.
I just think about when Ricky Rudd was leading and jumped out during the red flag and pulled this fender out and was penalized. But wasn't that Sterling? No, that was Sterling Marlin.
Matter of fact, their driver just rolls out.
All right, here is Christopher Bell and Chase both on the track. Here we go.
Of 600 foot-pounds.
Bell not fast enough.
Breaker bar that they have. There's a 6-time multiplier for the torque wrench to go to it to get those wheels torqued up to where they need to be. You can't do it with electric impact, so you got to come back to torque. And that's exactly.
2 more cars left. Here we go. Chase, I see you, Chase.
Power steering unit.
4 fresh feel goods for Chase. Let's see if it makes a difference. Yeah, it was Sterling Marlin at Daytona. Yeah. He said, I saw Earnhardt do it once.
C. Bell has already taken the green. Chase Elliott is about to do the same. And then in this one lap, we'll figure out, will it be Denny Hamlin that's going to lead us to the green flag? Will it be Christopher Bell? Or will it be Chase Elliott that will go to P1 and bring everybody to the green flag at the start of tomorrow's Great American Getaway 400? Christopher Bell now out of turn number 1, going up the Long Pond straightaway. That
Go Tigers.
and red, green colored Toyota Camry. Looking
You need to get some side doors on this dog.
See if he's able to do it.
And I think it's going to be Denny Hamlin.
Here comes C-Bell. He's going to trip the timing lights between the tunnel.
C-Bell P9.
To 9th. So C-Bell will start in 9th. It's down to one driver.
And Chase, even with the new tires, 18th fastest.
Straight away.
Crazy.
Hamlin, or will it be Chase Elliott?
Chase Elliott, 18th fastest. Denny Hamlin, congratulations on the pole tomorrow. Welcome back, Denny Hamlin. But even with 4 fresh field goods, Chase Elliott couldn't do nothing but the top 18. So there it is. Let's go through the track really quick. Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Carson Hocevar, John Hunter Nemechek, Cole Custer, Chase Briscoe, Ty Gibbs. Look at all the Toyotas that he's had. Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones, Joey Logano, Ryan Preece, Brad Keselowski, Zane Smith, Austin Dillon, Noah Gragson, Chase Elliott, Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, Justin Haley, SVG, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, Ty Dillon, Michael McDowell, Riley Herbst, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Willie B will finish 31st. Todd Gillen and AJ Allmendinger. And then you got Brennan Poole, Cody Ware, Josh Berry, and Bubba Wallace, all with maintenance issues. They will start in the back of the pack. So there it is. Denny Hamlin, congratulations. And appreciate all the ones that joined us here today for the stream. We thank you so much. In the pin message above is the Xfinity race for this afternoon, which will be live here in about 30 minutes or so. I'm going to go get something to eat. Might be about 5-10 minutes late, but don't panic if I'm not on. And then all things will be pushed back as well too because of the qualifying here. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you, and we will see you for the Xfinity race coming up here. The green flag's probably gonna be more now to almost 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, but appreciate it. Not only does the pool have to start in the rear, but he'll have to do a drive-through the start of the race for failing inspection a couple times. So thank you for that, Bronny. All right, guys, thanks for my lovely wife, Spain. I want to thank my mods for moderating, my members for their hard-earned money back to the channel, and thank you guys for watching. Even though it was on the Amazon Prime for practice, some of y'all still showed up and here in the chat. So we appreciate you. We enjoy you guys being here. We thank you so much. I want to thank Dana for the $5 super chat and also Ricky for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you guys too as well. So thank you guys for making it a great stream. We will see you in just about 30-40 minutes. We appreciate you. Love you. See ya. You're gonna hear a lot of it next week, Tom. Lots of cussing.